Good evening or good morning if you're out east, since it's Saturday in the Eastern and Central time zones. It's still Friday here in Phoenix, but either way, Big Al here, and I'm sorry for the delay as we continue our series on the AM and FM radio stations from across the country. Today, our focus is on the windy city of Chicago, and it took me a very long time getting all of this information written down. I have 7 pages. Yes, you heard me. 7 pages of information here. And again, it took me a while to get it all written down. Then again, it is the 3rd largest radio market in the country. So, yeah, there you go. Well, enough of me talking about how long it took me to do this. Now it's time to get right into it, shall we? Let's get it. Alright, starting off on the AM side of the dial. 560 is WIND Chicago. AM 560, The Answer. News, opinion, insight. This is a conservative talk station with programming from the Salem Radio Network and news updates from Fox News Radio, and additional programming from Premier Radio Networks. This is the Chicago affiliate for the Northern Illinois Huskies. So their football games air on 560 The Answer, which is owned by Salem Media Group. AM 670, broadcasting in high definition, is WSCR Chicago 670 The Score, Chicago Sports Radio. This is the Chicago affiliate of CBS Sports Radio and Westwood One Sports. So all the NFL games on Westwood One, including the NFL playoffs and the Super Bowl, are all heard on The Score. The Score is also the radio flagship station of both the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago Bulls. WSCR is owned by Entercom and is repeated on WBMX FM 104.3 HD2 in Chicago. Now, here's an interesting tidbit about the 670 frequency. It was once the home of an all-news radio station called WMAQ AM, which featured news updates from NBC News and was in a battle with WBBM for the all-news audience in Chicago for many years. They flipped the format in 2000 to its current sports format as The Score. And this is the 3rd station in Chicago to use The Score. There were 2 others. I forgot who all used them. But yeah, this is the station, the 3rd station to use The Score as its brand. So there's a little story about the 670 frequency in Chicago. Again, once the home of an all-news radio station called WMAQ AM. 720 is WGN Chicago. 720 WGN, Chicago's very own. This is a news, talk, and sports station with news updates from ABC News. WGN Radio is the flagship station of the Chicago Blackhawks, the Chicago White Sox, and Northwestern Wildcats football and men's basketball. WGN is owned by Nexstar Media Group, and this is the only radio station that Nexstar owns, as Nexstar is an owner in primarily television stations. They, of course, own WGN TV after their purchase of Tribune, the former owner of the station. 750 is WNDZ, Portage, Indiana. Access Radio Chicago 750, which broadcasts a multilingual brokered programming format from NewsWeb Corporation, and WNDZ is a daytime-only station. 780 in high definition is WBBM Chicago. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM, Chicago's all news station. With hourly news updates from CBS News plus business news from Bloomberg Radio and local news and weather from CBS owned and operated television station WBBM TV Channel 2. WBBM is the radio flagship of the Chicago Bears and is owned by Entercom Communications and is simulcast on WCFS FM 105.9 in Elmwood Park, Illinois. On 820 is WCPT Willow Springs. WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk. This is a progressive talk station with programming from Westwood One, Pacifica Radio, and news updates from AP Radio News. So among the programs you'll hear on WCPT include Tom Hartman, Stephanie Miller, and Democracy Now!, among others. WCPT is owned by NewsWeb Corporation. 850 is WAIT Crystal Lake, Illinois. Previously airing a brokered religious programming format before falling silent, this station is presently owned by NewsWeb Corporation and is a daytime-only station, so they're required to go off the air at local sunset. 890 WLS AM Chicago, 89 WLS, Chicago's talk station. This is a news talk format with news updates from Westwood One News and NBC News, plus weather forecasts from the Weather Channel and programming from Premier Radio Networks. Plus, they also have a local news and weather partnership with their former co-owned television station, which is WLS TV Channel 7. That's the ABC owned and operated television station in Chicago. WLS AM is owned by Cumulus and is repeated on WLS FM 94.7 HD2 Chicago. 930 is WKBM Sandwich, Illinois. Relevant Radio, bridging the gap between faith and everyday life. This is a Catholic radio format with programming from Relevant Radio, and they are owned by Starboard Media Foundation Incorporated. 950 WNTD Chicago is also Relevant Radio, with a Catholic teaching format from Relevant Radio. They are owned by Immaculate Heart Media Incorporated, so this would be the main Chicago affiliate of Relevant Radio. 1000 is WMVP Chicago, ESPN Chicago 1000 AM, Chicagoland's leader in sports. This is the Chicago affiliate of ESPN Radio, as well as Notre Dame Fighting Irish football and men's basketball. And they're also the flagship station of the Chicago Wolves. This is a minor league hockey team in the American Hockey League. They are the number one minor league affiliate of the St. Louis Blues. WMVP will air Northwestern Wildcats football and men's basketball games whenever flagship station WGN is unable to due to other broadcasting agreements. WMVP is owned by the Walt Disney Company, but is operated by Milwaukee, Wisconsin-based Good Karma Brands. .1030 is WNVR Vernon Hills, Illinois. Polsky Radio Chicago. This is one of many Polish formatted radio stations in the Chicagoland area, And this station is owned by Polnet Communications Limited and is simulcast on WRDZ 1300 AM in LaGrange, Illinois. WRDZ also operates a couple of translator stations. 103.1 W276BM in Park Forest, Illinois, and W284DA 104.7 in Chicago. Of course, WRDZ was the former Chicago affiliate of Radio Disney. 1080 is WNWI Oak Lawn, Illinois. WNWI, your live leader. This station broadcasts in Polish, Serbian, and other languages with news updates from AP Radio News. They are owned by Byrack Broadcasting Company, or Byrack Broadcasting Corporation. 1110 is WMBI Chicago, Radio Moody Chicago. Sharing hope with you always. Now, I wrote their slogan down in Spanish, but I'm not even going to attempt to say it. Anyway, this is a Spanish Christian station, which is owned by the Moody Bible Institute of Chicago, and this is a daytime only station. However, their programming is relayed on translator station W268AY 101.5 in Seward Township, Illinois. So the translator station airs WMBI's programming 24/7, even after WMBI signs off at local sunset on 1110. 1160 is WYLL Chicago, AM 1160 WYLL, Hope for Your Life. This is a Christian talk and teaching station from the Salem Media Group. 1200 High Definition is WRTO Chicago, TUDN Radio Chicago 1200 AM. Vivimos tu Pasión. This is a Spanish sports station and one of the Chicago area affiliates of TUDN Radio. That's Televisa Univision Deportes Radio. WRTO is the Spanish flagship station of the Chicago Bears and the Chicago Fire, and will also air select Blackhawks, Bulls, Cubs, and White Sox games in Spanish on this station. WRTO is owned by Univision and the Euphoria Audio Network. 1220 is WKRS Waukegan, Illinois. They're also branded as TUDN Radio, with a Spanish sports format with programming from the TUDN Radio Network. So Chicago has a pair of TUDN Radio affiliates, both pretty much next to each other on the dial. WKRS will air Chicago Fire soccer and Chicago White Sox baseball in Spanish. And I'm pretty sure they're owned by Euphoria Audio Network as well. I didn't write that down for some reason. 1230 is WJOB Hammond, Indiana. AM 1230 WJOB, the voice of the region. This is a news talk station with programming from the Regional Radio Sports Network. WJOB is owned by Vasquez Development, LLC, and they operate a translator station in Hammond on 104.7 W284CY. 1240 is WSBC Chicago, Access Radio Chicago 1240, which airs brokered programming in multiple languages and is owned by NewsWeb Corporation. 1270 is WWLA Gary, Indiana. Relevant radio, bridging the gap between faith and everyday life. This is a Christian/Catholic talk station with programming from Relevant Radio, owned by Starboard Broadcasting Foundation. So 1270 is the relevant radio station for Northwest Indiana. All right, we already read 1300, so we'll skip ahead to 1320, which is WKAN Kankakee, Illinois. 1320 AM and 101.3 FM. News, talk, sports, and agriculture. This is a news talk station with news updates from AP Radio News and programming from Premier Radio Networks and Westwood One. WKAN is owned by Star Radio Corporation and operates a translator in Kankakee at 101.3 W267CI. 1330 is WKTA Evanston. Resonance Radio. This is a multicultural ethnic station from Polnet Communications Limited, and they operate a translator station in Evanston on 95.9 W240DE. 1340 is WJOL Joliet, Illinois. 1340 WJOL. Will County's News, Talk, and Sports. We got 'em talking. That's their slogan. This is a news talk station from Alpha Media. 1370 WLTH, Gary, Indiana. Wealth Radio, the voice of the region. And that's the second station in this market that uses that slogan. This is a community radio station which is owned by WLTH Radio. 1390 in high definition is WGRB Chicago, Inspiration 1390, Music of Power and Praise. This is an urban gospel station owned by iHeartMedia and is repeated on sister station WVAZ 102.7 FM HD2, Oak Park, Illinois. 1410 is WRMN Elgin, Illinois. WRMN, Voice of the Fox Valley. This is a news talk station from Elgin Community Broadcasting LLC, with a translator station in Elgin at 96.7 W244EJ. 1420 WIMS, Michigan City, Indiana. Known as WIMS AM 1420 and 95.1 FM, the talk of the South Shore. This is a classic hits news talk hybrid from Gerard Media LLC. And WIMS operates a translator station in Michigan City on 95.1 W236 BD. They also operate another translator station in Valparaiso, Indiana at 97.5 W248 AP. WIMS also airs Grand Valley State Lakers football. 1450 is WRLL Cicero, Illinois. WRLL 1450 AM. Música y Más. This is a regional Mexican station from Midway Broadcasting. And they had been in a I can't talk. Anyway, they have been in a timeshare with ethnic formatted WCEV 1450 AM in Cicero That station was owned by Magella Communications Incorporated, but went off the air officially on January 20th of this year. So now WRLL is the only station on the 1450 frequency. 1490 is WPNA AM Oak Park, Illinois. This is another Polish radio station, airs Polish talk, and ethnic programming from the Polish Radio Alliance, which also owns WPNA 103.1 FM in Highland Park, Illinois, and we'll tell you all about WPNA FM once we turn over to the FM side of the dial. 1500 is WAKE, Valparaiso, Indiana, Oldies 1500. WAKE. Obviously, this is an oldies station owned by Marlon Williams. Also on 1500, and this airs pretty much to the northern suburbs and portions of southern Wisconsin, is WPJX Zion, Illinois, known as Rebel Radio. This station broadcasts a heavy metal format from Polnet Communications Limited, and they operate an FM translator in Zion on 92.5 W223CN. 1510 has a couple of... No, 1510 only has one station. That's WWHN AM Joliet, Illinois. This station is known as Comfortable Radio. It broadcasts an urban contemporary gospel format, which is owned by the Hawkins Broadcasting Company. 1510 is a daytime-only station, but it is simulcast at WWHN FM 88.9 in Irondale, Illinois, and with an FM translator station in Tinley Park, Illinois, W268CY at 101.5. So the FM station and the FM translator broadcast their signal 24 hours a day, even when 1510 AM leaves the air for the night. 1530 is another daytime-only station. That's WCKG Elmhurst, Illinois. Sports Talk WCKG 102.3 FM, 1530 AM. This is the Chicago affiliate of Fox Sports Radio, owned by DePage Radio LLC. The FM translator station in Elmhurst, which is W272DQ 102.3 FM, broadcasts WCKG's programming 24/7 even after 1530 is forced to leave the air by FCC regulations in accordance with their license. 1570 is WBGX Harvey, Illinois. The Big Gospel Express. This is a gospel music station owned by Great Lakes Radio Chicago, LLC. 1590 is WCGO Evanston, AM 1590 WCGO, Smart Talk for the 21st century. They air talk programming in English, but they also air religious programs in Korean. This station is owned by Evanston Broadcasting LLC with an FM translator in Evanston at 95.9 W240EH. And wrapping up the AM portion of the dial is 1690 in high definition, WVON Berwyn, Illinois. AM 1690 WVON, dubbed as the Talk of Chicago. This is an urban talk station owned by iHeartMedia and operated by Midway Broadcasting Company. That's the broadcast company that currently owns WRLL 1450. So that's the AM side of the dial. Now let's jump to the FM side of the dial. Starting on the non-commercial band, 88.1 channel 201 has a pair of stations. The first is WCRX Chicago. 88.1 WCRX, Chicago's Underground. This station is a top 40 / dance / hip hop station owned by Columbia College Chicago. The other station on 88.1 is WLRA Lockport, Illinois. They're known as WLRA 88.1 FM, The Start. Digital radio / press start on 88.1 FM WLRA. This is a variety station owned by Lewis University, based out of Romeoville, Illinois, and they have news updates from CNN. 88.3 channel 202 is WXAV Chicago. They're known as the X 88.3 FM The Escape from Ordinary Radio. They operate an album adult alternative or AAA format, owned by St. Xavier University. Also on 88.3 is WZRD Chicago. This is a college-run free-form station from Northeastern Illinois University known simply as The Wizard, hence the call sign WZRD. 88.5 channel 203 is WHPK Chicago, the pride of the South Side. This is a college-run community radio station from the University of Chicago. 88.7 channel 204 is WLUW Chicago. This station is known as the Chicago Sound Alliance. This is a community radio station which plays indie music, owned by Loyola University Chicago. 88.9 channel 205 is WMXM Lake Forest, Illinois. This is Lake Forest College Radio. As you can tell, it's a college-run station owned by Lake Forest College. 89.1 has a pair of stations. 89.1 channel 206. First station is WOKL Round Lake Beach, Illinois. And this is one of 4 K-Love affiliated radio stations in the Chicagoland area. They broadcast contemporary Christian music, of course, from EMF. Also on 89.1 is WONC Naperville, Illinois, which is Pure Rock FM 89, your home for pure rock. This station is owned by North Central College and airs an Auburn and album-oriented rock or AOR format. All right. 89.3, channel 207, WNUR FM, Evanston, Chicago's Sound Experiment. This is a student-run variety station from Northwestern University. 89.7 channel 209 is the first high-definition signal on the FM band, and that's WONU Kankakee, Illinois. Shine.FM. Stronger families, stronger communities. FM analog and HD1 is contemporary Christian music. HD2 is Christian worship music. On HD3 is classic hip-hop, or rather Christian hip-hop. And then on HD4 is Spanish Christian music. WONU is owned and operated by Olivet Nazarene University. 90.1 Channel 211 in high definition, WMBI FM Chicago. 90.1 FM WMBI Moody Radio Chicago. FM analog in HD1 is of course Moody Radio. HD2 is Majesty Radio. HD3 is Radio Moody Espanol. And this station is owned and operated by Moody Bible Institute of Chicago and is also the flagship station of the Moody Radio Network. 90.9 Channel 215 is WDCB Glen Ellen, Illinois. This is a public radio and jazz music station in high definition with programming from Public Radio Exchange and NPR. They're owned by College of DuPage District 502. 91.5 Channel 218 in high definition is WBEZ Chicago. WBEZ 91.5. This is a news talk format with news and programming from NPR and additional programming from Public Radio International, Public Radio Exchange, American Public Media, and the BBC World Service. WBEZ is owned by Chicago Public Media and is simulcast in Morris, Illinois on WBEQ 90.7 FM, and WBEZ also operates a translator station in Elgin at 91.7 W219 CD. Chicago Public Media also owns WBEW 89.5 FM across the border in Chesterton, Indiana. 91.7 Channel 219 is WZKL Woodstock, Illinois. This is the second of the K-Love affiliated stations in the Chicagoland area, broadcasting a contemporary Christian format from EMF. So that's the non-commercial band. Now to the commercial band on FM. Starting off with one of my favorite radio stations in the country, in my opinion. And that's 92.3 Channel 222 in high definition, WPWX Hammond, Indiana. Power 92. Chicago's first choice for hip-hop. In fact, they have two other slogans. The slogan that they use most on air is "Number One in the Streets." And then the final slogan that they have, they rarely use: "Them other stations just pretending." I am not making this up. That's one of their slogans. Alright, FM analog in HD1 is Urban Contemporary, and then on HD2 is Urban Gospel. This is the simulcast of sister station WYCA Rejoice 102.3. WPWX is owned by Crawford Broadcasting. 92.5 Channel 223 is WCLR DeKalb, Illinois. Positive, encouraging K-Love, airing contemporary Christian music from EMF. 92.7 Channel 224 is WCPY Arlington Heights, Illinois. They are known as Polski FM during the day and Dance Factory FM at night. So they air the Polish format during daytime hours, and at night they turn into a dance hit station. WCPY is owned by NewsWeb Corporation. Kind of like the old Energy 92.7, 92.5, which was a pioneer for 24-hour dance music on the radio in Chicago. They launched one of those stations here in Phoenix, and it did fairly well up until they went off the air in 2008. Alright, 93.1, channel 226 in high definition is one of Chicago's top performing stations. WXRT Chicago. 93 XRT. Chicago's home for music lovers. FM analog and HD1 is the AAA format adult album alternative. And then on HD2 is a blues and R&B station from radio.com known as Chicago's Blues and Soul. WXRT is owned by Entercom. 93.5, channel 228 is WVIV FM, Lemont, Illinois. Latino Mix 93.5. This is a Spanish rhythmic CHR station owned by Univision's Euphoria Audio Network. This station is repeated on WOJO 105.1 FM HD2 in Evanston. 93.9, channel 230 in high definition. WLIT FM Chicago. 93.9 Light FM. Chicago's relaxing favorites. FM analog and HD1 is soft adult contemporary with Christmas music during the holidays. HD2 is also soft adult contemporary known as The Breeze. WLIT-FM is owned by iHeartMedia. 94.3, channel 232 is WAWE Glendale Heights, Illinois. This is the Chicago affiliate of Air One, Worship Now, and The Worship Station. This is a contemporary worship music format from EMF. 94.7, channel 234 in high definition is WLS-FM Chicago. 94.7 WLS-FM, Chicago's classic hits. FM analog and HD1 is classic hits. And then HD2 is the simulcast of WLS AM 890 in their news talk format. WLS-FM is owned by Cumulus. Now, this next station is technically a part of the Milwaukee, Wisconsin radio market, but their signal reaches into the northern portions of the Chicago radio market, so I included it in here, and that's 95.1, channel 236, WIIL, Union Grove, Wisconsin. This station is labeled as 95 Will Rock, which stands for the two states of Wisconsin and Illinois, WIIL. Anyway, 95 Will Rock is the rock station. This is an active rocker from Alpha Media. Their studios are in Wisconsin, and I think their transmitter is near the Illinois-Wisconsin border. That's pretty much why you can get this station in the northern portion of the Chicago market. And I think the far southern Milwaukee suburbs picks this station up as well. I'm pretty sure the city of Milwaukee, at least on the south side, gets this station also. 95.5, channel 238 in high definition is WEBG Chicago. Big 95.5, Chicago's new country. On FM analog and HD1 is country music. And then on HD2 is the former branding and format of the main station, which is WNUA 95.5, which was a smooth jazz station. Yes, this was the smooth jazz station in Chicago before they flipped the country. 95.9, channel 240, also in high definition, is WERV-FM Aurora. 95.9 The River, rock and roll favorites. This is a classic hits station from Alpha Media. 96.3, channel 242, also broadcasting in high definition, is WBBM FM Chicago. B96, Chicago's new hit music. FM analog and HD1 is Top 40 CHR. HD2 is LGBTQ Talk, Dance and EDM as Channel Q. WBBM FM is owned by Intercom. 96.7, channel 244 in high definition is WSSR Joliet, Illinois. Star 96.7, your music variety. FM analog and HD1 is Hot Adult Contemporary, and there are no additional subchannels. This station is owned by Alpha Media. 97.1, channel 246, and 96.9, channel 245 are the same station, and both broadcast in high definition. 97.1 is WDRV Chicago. 96.9 is WWDV Zion, Illinois. These stations are known as 97.1 and 96.9 The Drive, Chicago's classic rock. The main FM analog HD1 and HD2 signals both air classic rock. However, the HD2 signal is branded as deep tracks. These are the songs you normally wouldn't hear on traditional classic rock stations. The Drive is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. 97.9, channel 250 is WCKL Chicago. Now, this is the main Chicago station of the K-Love radio network, broadcasting a contemporary Christian music format from EMF. Now, prior to March of 2018, this was the home of WLUP, the very successful classic rock station known as 97.9 The Loop, which was owned by Cumulus. In fact, they held a rock music format in some iteration since The Loop began its run all the way back in 1977. So we're talking 4 decades of rock on this station before they flipped to the K-Love network. And that's a very dramatic flip. Go from a classic rocker to a contemporary Christian music station. 98.3, channel 252 is WCCQ, Crest Hill / Joliet, Illinois. 98.3 WCCQ, Today's Country and the Legends. Now, this is different from the 2 major country outlets in Chicago. They're more like, say, a gold-leaning country station, whereas the other 2 tend to play the latest country. Anyway, this is a country music station with programming from Westwood One. They're owned by Alpha Media. 98.7, channel 254 in high definition is not only one of the most recognizable stations in Chicago, but maybe the most recognizable classical music station in the country. And that's WFMT Chicago. 98.7 WFMT, Chicago's classical experience. On FM analog and HD1 is, of course, the world famous classical music that they are very famous for. And there are no additional subchannels on this station. WFMT is owned by Window to the World Communications Incorporated. And in case you don't know what Window to the World Communications is, this is the broadcast company that owns WTTW Channel 11. That is the main PBS member station in Chicago. 99.5 Channel 238 in high definition. Correction, Channel 258 in high definition is WUSN Chicago. US 99, Chicago's hottest country. FM analog and HD1 is country music. HD2 is labeled as The Wolf, which plays future country. This station is owned by Entercom. 99.9 Channel 260 is WYHI Park Forest, Illinois. This is the Chicagoland affiliate of the Bible Broadcasting Network, where you hear inspiration. That's where they got their call sign from, WYHI, where you hear inspiration. This station, of course, is owned by the Bible Broadcasting Network, Incorporated. 100.3 Channel 262 in high definition, WSHE FM Chicago. 100.3 WSHE, the best variety of the 80s, 90s, 2K, and today. FM Analog HD1 is adult contemporary and no additional subchannels. WSHE FM is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. 100.7 Channel 264 is WRXQ, Coal City, Joliet, Illinois. Q Rock 100.7, Rockin' the Southland. So this station is aimed primarily at the southern and western Chicago suburbs. This is an active rocker with programming from ABC Radio, perhaps maybe even news updates from ABC Radio. They're owned by Walnut Radio, Illinois, but I think Alpha Media operates this station under an LMA. That did not show up on their page on Wikipedia. 101.1 Channel 266 in high definition is another one of Chicago's most recognizable stations, WKQX Chicago. 101 WKQX, the new home for alternative. FM analog and HD1 is alternative rock. HD2 is classic rock, branded as The Loop. As I said earlier, The Loop used to broadcast on 97.9 FM for about 41 years before flipping to contemporary Christian music as K-Love. And a quick note about the 101.1 frequency. This station signed on the air in 1948 as WMAQ FM. So this was the sister station to both WMAQ Television, which at the time was known as WNBQ Television, and WMAQ AM. Another history lesson for you there. 101.9 Channel 270 in high definition is WTMX, Skokie, Illinois. 101.9 The Mix. FM analog and HD1 is hot adult contemporary with no additional subchannels. WTMX is owned by Hubbard Broadcasting. All right, 102.3 Channel 272 has a pair of stations. One station is aimed at the northern portion of the market, and that's WXLC Waukegan, Illinois. 1023 XLC, Lake County's best variety. This is also a hot adult contemporary station owned by Alpha Media. The other station on 102.3 operates in high definition, and that's WYCA Crete, Illinois. Crete is spelled Crete. Anyway, this station is known as Rejoice 102.3, Chicagoland's FM Gospel Choice. This is an urban contemporary gospel station on FM analog and HD1. WYCA is owned by Crawford Broadcasting and is repeated on sister station WPWX 92.3 FM HD2, Hammond, Indiana. One sec, I got a cough here. Okay, now that I've gotten that out of my system, let's continue. 102.7, channel 274 in high definition is WVAZ, Oak Park, Illinois. V103, today's R&B and throwbacks. Not to be confused with the V103 in Atlanta, which is an urban contemporary station. Anyway, FM analog and HD1 for Chicago's V103 is urban adult contemporary. HD2 is the urban gospel simulcast of WGRB Inspiration 1390. WVAZ is owned by iHeartMedia. Okay, now on the final page, finally. 103.1, channel 276 is WPNA FM, Highland Park, Illinois. This station is known simply as WPNA 103.1 FM and broadcasts Polish and international CHR, owned by the Polish Radio Alliance or the Polish National Alliance, owners of WPNA AM. 103.5, channel 278 in high definition, WKSC FM Chicago. 103.5 KISS FM, Chicago's #1 hit music station. FM analog and HD1 is mainstream top 40. On HD2 is dance and EDM as Pride Radio. 103.5 KISS FM is owned by iHeartMedia. 103.9, channel 280 is WXRD, Crown Point, Indiana. X-Rock 103.9, the classic rock of the region. FM analog and HD1 airs classic rock with programming from Jones Radio Network and Premier Radio Networks. WXRD is owned by Adams Radio Group, LLC. 104.3, channel 282 in high definition is WBMX FM Chicago. 104.3 Gems, and sometimes they're known as 104.3 BMX Gems. Their slogan is Chicago's #1 for throwbacks. FM analog and HD1 is of course classic hip hop. On HD2 is the sports simulcast of sister station WSCR 670 The Score. WBMX is owned by Entercom. 104.7, channel 284 is WCFL Morris, Illinois. Faith, Hope, Family. This is a Christian adult contemporary station from the University of Northwestern St. Paul. This is, I think they said, was in Bloomington, Illinois. Or Rockford, Illinois. I'm not sure. 105.1, channel 286 in high definition is WOJO Evansville, or rather Evanston, Illinois. K-Buena 105.1. Conagrulo Mexicano, or with Mexican pride. I should have just said that and not try to butcher the Spanish slogan. Oh well. FM analog and HD1 is regional Mexican. HD2 is the Spanish rhythmic CHR simulcast of Latino Mix 93.5 WVIV FM. And HD3 is the Spanish sports simulcast of Televisa Univision Deportes Chicago 1200 WRTO AM. WOJO is owned by Univision and the Euphoria Audio Network. 105.5 Channel 288 is WLJE Valparaiso, Indiana. Indiana 105, the country station for Chicago, from Chicago to South Bend. They are a country music format with news updates from ABC News and programming from Jones Radio Network and Premier Radio Networks. Indiana 105 is owned by Adams Radio Group, LLC. 105.9 Channel 290 in high definition is WCFS FM in Wood Park, Illinois. News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM, Chicago's all news station. FM analog and HD1 is the all news simulcast of WBBM News Radio 780 with news updates from CBS News, business news from Bloomberg Radio, and local news and weather from CBS owned and operated TV station WBBM TV Channel 2. On HD2 is dance and EDM music branded as Energy 105.9. WCFS FM, much like WBBM AM, is the radio flagship home of the Chicago Bears and is owned by Intercom. 106.3 Channel 292 in high definition is WSRB Lansing, Illinois. 106.3 WSRB, Chicago's R&B. FM analog and HD1 is urban adult contemporary and no additional sub-channels. Not even a repeater station of either Power 92 or Rejoice 102.3. WSRB is owned by Crawford Broadcasting. 106.7 Channel 294 is WPPN, Des Plaines, Illinois. Amor 106.7. This is Spanish adult contemporary from Univision and the Euphoria Audio Network. 107.1 Channel 296 is WZVN Lowell, Indiana. 107.1 The Z. They air adult contemporary music with programming supplied by Jones Radio Network, and they're owned by Adams Radio Group, LLC. 107.5 Channel 298 in high definition. This is the first radio station from Chicago that I started to listen to, and this was a long time ago. WGCI FM Chicago, 107.5 GCI. They have two slogans of note. Their main slogan is "The Shy's #1 for hip hop and R&B." Their backup slogan is "We Run the Shy." FM analog and HD1 is urban contemporary. They did have an HD2 sub-channel, which played, I think, classic hip hop. But I think they took that one down, because I didn't see it listed on Wikipedia either. WGCI-FM is owned by iHeartMedia. And finally, 107.9, channel 300 in high definition is WLEY-FM, Aurora, Illinois. La Ley 107.9. FM analog and HD1 is regional Mexican. On HD2 is Urban Oldies, also known as Club Steppin'. That's without the G on the end. Club Steppin'. WLEY-FM is owned by the Spanish Broadcasting System. And is repeated on 3 booster stations. WLEY-FM2 in Cicero, Illinois. And WLEY-FM3 and WLEY-FM4, both in Chicago. On top of that, they also operate 3 translator stations. The main signal, the regional Mexican music, is relayed over translator W244BQ 96.7 FM in Park Ridge, Illinois. Sorry. And then the other 2 translator stations, W236CF Chicago and W236CG Bolingbrook, both on 95.1, relays the Club Steppin' station on HD2. And there you have it, folks. The AM and FM radio stations in the Chicagoland metro area. And man, that was a battle. It was a battle, but I finally got done. There has to be at least 90 to 100 radio stations that show up in the Chicagoland area, and I'm not even counting the low power stations. So yeah, Chicago's the 3rd largest radio market in the country for a reason. They got a lot of stations. Alright, so that's it for today. We'll be back at it tomorrow with yet another pretty big radio market, Denver, Colorado. So join me tomorrow for that. In the meantime, this is Big L. Good night and happy weekend. Peace out.